Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to our channel. We are trying to reach 500 subscriptions, and then also share with a couple of friends as well. Our goal is 500 subscriptions and then eventually 1,000 subscriptions. Every time you pass on the word to a friend and they subscribe, it helps us out a lot. To our continued subscribers, thank you for viewing the content and spreading the word for us. So we have some cool news regarding Josh Brolin. Now, before, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about Josh Brolin turning down the role of Hal Jordan in the new Lantern series that we talked about a couple times on our channel, but it looks like now he's teasing being Darkseid in the DCU potentially, so that could be very interesting. On one hand, this could be a cool thing. On the other hand, all right, he's playing a big bad in another series, another universe. It's kind of like we've been there, we've done that before. First you were Thanos and now you're going to be Darkseid. It's almost like he's being typecast into these type of roles. Josh Brolin, decent actor, has range. He can do all types of movies if he wants to, but when it comes to these superhero movies, it seems like they're just using him as the big bad, but we will see if any of this comes to fruition. Let's read into this news though. Josh Brolin shares Darkseid fan art following reported DCU talks. There may be a role yet for Josh Brolin in the DC universe following the actor passing on the chance to portray Hal Jordan Green Lantern late last year. Amid renewed talks between Brolin and DC Studios, the actor has shared a piece of artwork by Boss Logic imagining him as the villainous Darkseid. After trusted scooper Daniel Rickman reported earlier this week that Brolin was still in talks with DC, Boss Logic created some artwork that transforms Brolin's Marvel villain Thanos into Darkseid, who had previously appeared as the big bad in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The rumor whispers going around is that Josh Brolin is still in talks for something big in the DCU. Josh and DC have the biggest opportunity to do the funniest thing, Boss Logic captioned the post on X and Instagram. Brolin subsequently reposted Boss Logic's Darkseid art on his Instagram story, seemingly confirming that he is still speaking with DC about a potential role in the DCU. It has the post here, Darkseid with his arms crossed looking up into the sky. Brolin was originally offered the role of Hal Jordan / Green Lantern in the upcoming HBO series Lanterns in late 2024, but passed, with Kyle Chandler later cast as the iconic superhero. And then we also talked about Aaron Pierre coming on as Jon Stewart for that show that they're working on now for Max. Brolin still being in talks with DC Studios for a different role isn't entirely surprising, considering that the actor has comic book movies all over his filmography. He previously appeared in Jonah Hex, Men in Black 3, Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, I love that movie, the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Thanos, obviously, and Deadpool 2 as Cable. That was a good film as well. Darkseid was initially envisioned by Zack Snyder as the overreaching villain of his string of DC Extended Universe movies. However, after Snyder departed 2017's Justice League, his replacement, Joss Whedon, rewrote and reshot most of the superhero movie, leading to several storylines and characters being dropped from the film, including Darkseid, who would have been voiced by Ray Porter. Porter's scenes as Darkseid were later restored in Zack Snyder's Justice League, which was released in March 2021. There were also plans for Darkseid to appear in Ava DuVernay's New Gods, a feature film adaptation of Jack Kirby's Fourth World mythology. However, in April 2021, the movie was canceled, with DuVernay later stating that Darkseid's inclusion in New Gods was ultimately to blame for the adaptation being scrapped. At the time of writing, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn has not offered any details as to whether the DCU will have an overreaching villain similar to Thanos' role across the first 3 phases of the MCU. The filmmaker DC head's focus remains on delivering stellar standalone projects first, which includes the upcoming Superman reboot and the aforementioned Lanterns series. Fans will have to wait and see if Brolin becomes the DCU's Darkseid, although there are several other characters that fans believe Brolin could do justice to. And for all you comic book fans out there and fans of these comic book hero movies, if you look into the history, Thanos is actually based off of Darkseid. Darkseid inspired the creation of Thanos. So that's a little interesting tidbit and a side note as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please like this video and share this video with a couple of colleagues. Let them know to subscribe. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. We need everybody to ring the bell so you get notified when I give you guys this cool, hot news right off the press. I definitely appreciate everyone's support. As always, ladies and gentlemen, be safe. It's Neff signing off.